Hey, guy, we here with another one. Y'all know who the hell is Fushimai. Now, I saw the video in my recommend. Um, I saw the video recommend to me, so I gonna check the video out. And another reason why I want to check this video out, y'all know me when it comes to doing Christian video or video like Bible prophecy, I got to see what going on. Sinai, they be talking about, a lot of times they be talking about some real fat, like, man, real fat, bro. They talking about the truth, all that. And sometimes they be, more of the time they be talking about fat. But anyway, never mind that. They get into this video. Hey, y'all know it. Trudy.
This is Andrew Van Dersen. I just go by Van for short. I'm coming to you from El Paso, Texas. Currently active duty in the Army. Got a couple years left in my contract. Anyway, I have seen your DVD on Controller, which I thought was awesome. But I do have a testimony about video games, so I'll just get right into it. The first time I ever shot a weapon was at basic training, and I barely qualified. As I gained more skill playing video games like Halo and Call of Duty, my hand-eye coordination also improved.
Hey.
Drop zone.
Locked and loaded.
That I actually qualified expert on my rifle down the road, which isn't very easy. So also keep in mind I don't own any weapons, and the only practice I get with the Army is the day I'm supposed to qualify on these things. So as soon as I stopped playing these video games, my hand-eye coordination got worse, as you can imagine, and I became just another average shooter. I was baptized in April of 2009, and then shortly thereafter, I had one of the amazing fact study guides that had brought out one of the scriptures. I think they're going over TV, and it had mentioned Psalms 101 verse 3 that basically said, "I shall set nothing wicked before my eyes; it shall not cling to me." And they were referencing, obviously, watching violent things on TV. And as a baby Christian, at that point, I'd maybe been a Seventh-day Adventist for 9 months or so. I had no religious background before that. I was as heathen as they came. So I'm reading that, and mind you, I would probably classify myself at that point as a video game addict. I had the Xbox 360. I had a bunch of other stuff before that, but that was my go-to for gaming. Had all the Xbox games. The main one, Call of Duty, as you can tell. RPG games, Halo, of course. I was there for Halo when the first online gaming multiplayer thing came out. And I would definitely classify myself as an addict. If anything was clean in my house, it was definitely my Xbox, for sure. The Xboxes, you can, I don't know how it is now, but at the time, you could name your Xbox. But it always bothered me because I couldn't change the name on my Xbox. You can name it whatever you want. And so I'd go through the settings in the hard drive, and I'm trying to change it, and it says, for the name of my Xbox is Lucifer 666, and it just always bothered me. My job at the time, I had a week on, week off schedule, and on the course of my weeks off, I'd be playing video games. I got up to eat, to sleep when I had to, and to use the bathroom. I don't think I should.
Look, just stop playing video game, bro. You feel like something wrong with playing video game? Don't play video game. I
Shaved or showered. I mean, of course, if I had to, but very little. Um, and surprisingly, somehow I had a girlfriend during all this.
whoa.
And so, as a baby Christian,
Hey, you
I'm
like it?
reading these things, and I also came across in Romans chapter 1, toward the end of the chapter, when it's listing like all these different things about those characteristics that are deserving of death, like murderers, idolaters, boasters. Like the list is pretty long, right? But the very last verse, it also says, but also those who approve them or allow these things to happen. And I'm really struggling with these verses. I'm like, wow, is God trying to tell me I should be playing with video games? Or watching violent video games, playing violent video games? And so I called my dad, who's not even a Christian at the time. He is now. But at the time he wasn't. And I asked him, is it okay to play these violent video games? There was
Hey, man.
a movie that just came out, Wolverine Origins, right? This is back in '09. And the video game came out, and I was like, hey, Dad, I want to buy this video game. I'm reading some scripture, that might be conflicting with this. Is this okay? And, of course, he's got no real understanding at this point about it. And he's like, Andrew, there are pixels on a screen. They don't mean anything. Go buy your game, right? So I've got my justification. And I go and I buy my game. And I couldn't even get past the first level. I'm Wolverine right now, right? And I'm cutting people up. Mind you, I'm a Christian, claim to be a Christian. And there's so much blood on the screen. It's still just eating me up inside. Like, man, this just doesn't feel right. And so I prayed. And I prayed to God.